Good evening, my lovely peaches. How are you? As you can see, it's dark. It is 10:02 p.m. on Monday. Nope, it's Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. And I went for a long walk today, and I made a half an hour long video that I'm going to post, but it's not going to happen today because I'm tired and it's late. But I did want to post something else, and I thought, why not read Mind Training Lojong Slogan #1. I read the short version. I did a short, and now I'm going to read the full thing. I'm going to turn this on. The lighting might be pretty terrible. Let's see. I'm not sure how to make the lighting where I can see without it being terrible. Okay, I guess I can hold it up. Okay, point 1. This is also, as I'll remind you, there are 7 points, and each point has multiple slogans, except for point 1 has one slogan, which is slogan 1. Point 1 is the preliminaries, which are a basis for Dharma practice. Dharma practice is the Buddhist teachings. And slogan number 1 is first train in the preliminaries. And I will read now what else Chögyam Trungpa had to say about this slogan. Point 1. The preliminaries, which are a basis for Dharma practice. Number 1, first, train in the preliminaries. In practicing the slogans and in your daily life, you should maintain an awareness of 1, the preciousness of human life and the particular good fortune of life in an environment in which you can hear the teachings of Buddha Dharma. Buddha Dharma being the teachings of Buddha. 2, the reality of death, that it comes suddenly and without warning. 3, the entrapment of karma, that whatever you do, whether virtuous or not, only further entraps you in the chain of cause and effect. Or in other words, your actions and their consequences, that's really all karma is. Your actions and their consequences is nothing else fancier than that. 4, the intensity and inevitability of suffering for yourself and for all sentient beings. This is called, quote, taking an attitude of the 4 reminders, quote. Maybe this lighting is a little tiny bit less effing weird. With that attitude as a base, you should call upon your guru with devotion, inviting into yourself the atmosphere of sanity inspired by their example, and vowing to cut the roots of further ignorance and suffering. This ties in very closely with the notion of Maitri, or loving kindness. This is a Buddhist word, M-A-I-T-R-I, Maitri, loving kindness. In the traditional analogy of one's spiritual path, the only pure, loving object seems to be somebody who can show you the path. You could have a loving relationship with your parents, relatives, and so forth, but there are still problems with that. Your neurosis goes along with it. A pure love affair can only take place with one's teacher, so that ideal symptomatic object is used as a starting point, a way of developing a relationship beyond your own neuroses. Particularly in the Mahayana, you relate to the teacher as someone who cheers you up from depression and brings you down from excitement, a kind of moderator principle. A kind of moderator principle. The teacher is regarded as important from that point of view. This slogan establishes the contrast between samsara, the epitome of pain, imprisonment, and insanity, and the root guru. This slogan establishes a contrast between samsara, the epitome of pain, imprisonment, and insanity, and the root guru, the embodiment of openness, freedom, and sanity, as the fundamental basis for all practice. As such, it is heavily influenced by the Vajrayana tradition. So a lot of these things are very traditional Buddhist words, and I'm not going to be able to explain them all right here. And a pure love affair can only take place with one's teacher can be taken as a very weird thing to say, kind of creepy in a way. Maybe it was creepy in a way. And maybe what he was talking about was, with all those other relationships, there are complications. There's ways that you relate to these people that are so deeply ingrained in the neuroses itself that I believe what he's saying is the pure love affair, the pure teaching that you get with your teacher is unlike any relationship. That when someone has something to lose or gain from whatever it is that you do, then whatever they advise you is going to be subjective based on whatever they think is best. And that's why people often go to a teacher, a life coach, a therapist, or some objective perspective where you can start to be self-reflective and introspective and have guidance from someone who's guiding you to figure out your own truth, your own authenticity, instead of figuring out a way to fit in better with the group. Okay, and that's slogan number 1. I still got to find Pema Chödrön's book and Alan Wallace's book so I can read their version of slogan number 1. First, in all things, first train in the preliminaries. The way I would say that slogan can be interpreted is, anything you want to do, you need to learn the basics, the 101. So anything in life that you intend to do, to be good at, start at the beginning. And something I like to say, because I like to embody it, is that I am a student of life, a student for life, and I will be an amateur for life, which doesn't mean I'm going to suck at everything forever, but in fact, I'm going to be willing and intending to up-level myself, to constantly grow, which means I need to constantly be an amateur, because once you reach expert status, you can stay there if you just stay there, and you can always remain an expert if once you've learned something and you've got really good at it, you just stay in that place. And you're an expert because it's your comfort zone. But in order to stay an amateur, I don't mean I'm just going to suck at this thing and I'm going to only do it once a year and so I'm never going to get good at it. I mean, I'm going to always be willing to put myself on that next step, to take that next step further, which means whatever I've learned, yeah, I know it, and I can bring all those skills and experience with me, but I'm stepping into another level where here I am yet again, an amateur again. So one more thought I just had as I was listening to the video is I personally believe it's extremely important to have, I'm going to read it, to have multiple teachers to learn from a variety of places, from a variety of people, to have a variety of experiences, to make up your own mind, but to use your mind, to investigate, research, learn. Be a detective in the world. Ask questions. Meet different kinds of people. Ask them about their experiences. Not in a weird, prying, creepy way, but in a lovely, natural, organic way. Do these things as you live your life. Get to know people. Find out from other people. And allow yourself to expand. First, train in the preliminaries and allow yourself to embrace the idea of having to learn something from step one as an adult. Embrace the concept of being a student, a day one student, being somebody who knows absolutely nothing about a thing, but you're willing to learn and you show up day one ready. That's what this slogan is for me. Okay, my peachy friends. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye. Or if you want to continue hanging out right now, just check out another video. Okay, see you now. Bye.